Hey friends, welcome back to Mr. Martinez's Mindset Messages. I'm Joe Martinez. So far in this series, we've looked at how Discover to Emerge creates awareness, uncovering what's already inside, and how Dream to Envision sparks aspiration, shaping that awareness into a picture of what could be. And now we come to the third step in the process, develop to equip. This is all about alignment. It's about sharpening your skills, habits, and the choices you make so that they align with the vision you've begun to see. I want to start today with a metaphor that's really kind of personal for me. My dad was a meat cutter by trade and a small business owner in the community that I grew up in, and he was excellent at keeping his knives sharp. I learned early on that a sharp knife doesn't just happen. It takes the right angle, steady pressure, and just enough friction. Too much angle, and you damage the edge. Too little pressure, and nothing happens. But when you get it right, that blade becomes refined, razor sharp, and ready to make money. That's what the develop to equip stage is all about. In this metaphor, discovery can be seen like realizing you have the knife in your hand, or that you have a knife at all. Dreaming is imagining the prime selections of steak you can cut, carve, and create, and the money that you can make. And then developing is the sharpening process. It's the deliberate application of pressure and angle to refine the edge. You're equipping it for use or making it ready. Develop to equip is about sharpening through alignment, creating the right habits, developing the necessary skills, and taking advantage of learning experiences, even mistakes that refine you into someone who's prepared for what's ahead. So let's check in with Lexie. If you remember, Lexie discovered her spark in photography. She dreamed of being a visual storyteller. She even began to see her photos featured in school and district publications. But here's the key. She didn't stop there. She started sharpening her craft. She studied lighting, composition, and editing. She experimented with angles, formats, and new tools. She asked for and applied feedback from her mentor. She even watched tutorials outside of class to keep improving. Lexie wasn't just taking pictures, she was aligning her effort with her vision, and the results showed. Her photos became more thoughtful, more powerful, more moving. This is what development looks like. It's not random effort, it's intentional practice aligned with your aspiration. Success is not an accident. Research in positive youth development shows that aspirations become reality not through talent alone, but through deliberate practice and feedback. Anders Ericsson, who studied expert performance, put it this way: the right kind of practice, carried out over a sufficient period of time, leads to improvement. Not just practice for practice's sake, but practice with purpose. And John Dewey said it best. He said, "We do not learn from experience. We learn from reflection on experience." Lexie's growth didn't come from simply doing more. It came from doing more with intention, sharpening herself to match the storyteller she envisioned becoming. So let's take a look at it. Here's how the process works. Developing is the process, practicing, studying, refining, and equipping is the outcome. That's gaining the tools, the confidence, and the readiness to act. When discovery asks, "Who am I?" and dreaming asks, "What could I become?" developing asks, "What do I need to do to get there?" And the skills, tools, and characters you develop to answer that question, well, that's the equipping. That's the sharpening. It's sharpening what's inside so you're ready when opportunity comes. As Coach Tim Noetke famously said, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. It's about putting in the effort, the right angle, and just the right amount of pressure. This is a lesson I've lived and learned myself. When I first dreamed about starting this channel, I didn't just jump in front of a camera and hit record. No, I practiced speaking on camera. I learned editing software. I experimented with lighting. I wrote, edited, and rewrote scripts until they were clearer and tighter. I studied settings and cameras and the whole 9 yards. It took time. It took practice. Every step sharpened my skills and built my confidence. I moved from just envisioning to equipping myself, from dreaming to developing. And that's what made Mr. Martinez's mindset messages possible. Even now, every video I make is another chance to keep developing, to keep aligning my work with the vision I have for this channel. Here's the heart of the teaching point. Discovery seeks awareness. Dreaming sparks aspiration, and development sharpens your alignment. And the product of that is the equipping, which prepares you for application. And more on that in the next episode. It isn't enough to have passion or even a clear vision. You've got to sharpen yourself through habits, practice, and persistence so that when the opportunity comes, you're ready. So as we close out, here's this week's mindset message and challenge. First, the message. Don't just discover and dream about it. Develop it. Sharpen your skills and align your habits so you're ready when it's time to act. And your mindset challenge is this. Take 10 quiet minutes this week and ask yourself, what skill, habit, or knowledge do I need to develop next to align with my vision? What's one small step I can take this week to sharpen myself for what's ahead? Write it down and take that step. And if you're comfortable, share it in the comments. Your next step may be the inspiration for the beginning of someone else's journey. In our next episode, we'll look at the final step in the process, deploy to engage. How to take what you've discovered, dreamed, and developed and use it to serve, contribute, and make an impact. Thanks for joining me at Mr. Martinez's Mindset Messages. If you found value in this message, share it with a friend. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, much love, much respect, peace.